sit my butt on the cold ground. Okay, so selfless plug first. I do a yoga festival in these woods, and Barefoot and Free Yoga is August this year, 16th through the 18th, 2019, and it's here in Proud Lake, and this is in Michigan. And it's a yoga festival, but even as I'm speaking right now and as I'm feeling the energy of this land and the connection that I feel personally that I have to this land, yoga festival is not really the best title anymore. So I might change it and freak out maybe some of the previous attendees, but I feel more of it being called a gathering. So Barefoot and Free Yoga Gathering. I don't know. I'm gonna meditate on this more and, you know, connect to the dreamy space of ideas where things come to you. Because after all, that's how Barefoot happened for me, is it was in a dreamy space. It sort of came to me. But anyway, I digress. I don't really consider it just a yoga festival. There is yoga, and there will be yoga again, and amazing teachers. One teacher that I'm bringing in that I'm so excited for you guys to experience is, her name is Chelsea Chorus. She's been a big Wanderlust teacher. She's been teaching all over the world. She is incredibly talented and super dynamic and super passionate and to her skill set. And I am excited to take more classes from her. I'm excited to kind of, you know, be in her space a little more. So that's one teacher that's coming, and some other ones coming back, and some surprises that I'm still squaring the details away that I'll share with you soon. But anyway, this setting is really important. I was listening to a talk. I love listening to podcasts. If you do too, one podcast that I listen to a lot, that I draw a lot of inspiration from, is his name's Tim Ferriss. So thank you, Tim. And he was interviewing Andrew Weil, and they were talking a lot about plant medicine and the importance in healing in your body, plant medicine. But they were talking a lot about, within the form of psychedelics and plant medicines, the importance of set and setting. And that is something that I think is the bones of Barefoot here. And almost more important than the yoga part is the set and the setting. And it is the part about the festival that personally I'm most proud of, and personally, you know, I want to work my hardest on providing the right set and setting. And some of it is just finding spots in nature where, you know what, like, let nature do her thing. We're kind of spread out at Barefoot, and, you know, that may be intimidating if you're not used to walking a lot in nature, but it's very, very, very purposeful, because when you walk the trail from the campground to come take a yoga class, and when you walk to the yurt, to the river to go take a sup class, and when you walk to the stage and then maybe all the way to your car, you're filled with the aroma and the vibration and the peace that this planet has to offer to you when you're in the woods. There are glorious places in this planet in the woods, and we have this place here in the north in the woods. I can hear a plane going by right now, so you're not far, you know. There's busy roads and highways not far in the city of Detroit, in the city of Ann Arbor, not far, where there's lots of people and there's lots of things happening. And that has a vibration that, you know, has so much good things for us. But where we are right now, and isn't that magical? See, that's an example of what happens when you're in the woods. Like, you hear a bird you don't hear in the city. I'm already starting to feel it, even though it's cold and I'm sitting my butt on the ground. I'm starting to feel the vibration of Mother Nature, and it's calming, and it's relaxing for your nervous system. So you spend a whole weekend at a festival and experience a conscious gathering of people in nature. I mean, that part, set and setting alone, is almost doing its work for you. Then you bring to the table really good local food and artists and vendors that are these great people doing things that they're passionate about, and you're supporting their business. And then you bring musicians that sing and play just incredible music, and you bring all these like 40 different presenters from everything from yoga to meditation to plant medicine to herbalism to tantra to Ayurvedic medicine to art classes and sexuality classes, and this year we'll have parenting and childbirth classes. So you have this opportunity to gain so much, what I like to call it is momentum, to accessing your true nature. You know, your true nature is you're connected to Mother Nature, you're connected to Earth Mother, to Gaia. Your true nature is you're inspired and you're creative and you're passionate about living. And your true nature is also healthy and calm. So what yoga does, and why for me almost 20 years now in it and nearing 15 teaching it, is that it's essential to help me stay tuned in, tapped on, as Abraham Hicks says, right? Turned on to the health of my body. And the health of my body also provides me as this like really great place to look inside, right? And access my soul more quickly. If my body's not healthy, then I'm distant. I'm more distant from my soul. I'm more stuck in my head, and I'm more stuck in my head, then I'm more anxious, and I'm more depressed. And then, in turn, I'm looking outside for validation instead of turning into what I have, the innate wisdom I have inside. I started Barefoot as an example of me trusting myself, me trusting the innate wisdom, the inner calling that I've had. And I make choices now in my life as a mother, and now as someone wanting to run more and more of these events and these gatherings, these conscious gatherings all around the world with my retreats. I'm going to have the details for my newest 2 retreats on Barefoot's website really soon, and I will send out messages. And I would love for you to come, and I'm going to do something different in these next 2 retreats, because I'm craving more intimacy, and I'm craving diving in a little deeper. And I think one of the ways we can dive in a little deeper is we can start to be more real. And we start to be more real with ourselves. We can start to be more real with one another. We can start to have more authentic relationships, more real-time relationships. Again, in the proper set and setting to access it quicker. Of course, you can access it in your yoga class, in your busy city that you live in your busy life that you live. It's always there for you. And I'm not saying that that has to go away or that you have to drop that, but you should carve out, if it's possible in your life, right, the intention and then the action to escaping some of the way you tend to weekly and daily live, the routine that you get into. And the time should be carved away to retreat. So to retreat to somewhere that you think is beautiful, to retreat into yourself. Ultimately, knowing that when you do that, you know, that gives you a direct access point. And that is really, that guy probably thought that was pretty funny, you know, making a video in the middle of the woods. But hey, not everybody rolls like that, but that's authentic to me. So when I used to do videos and like someone would see me, I would like get really embarrassed, because it's kind of like weird, right? It's like a little embarrassing, I guess, because one of the layers that I've been releasing that has helped me be more successful and more creative is stop giving a fuck what other people think. So as I started to access that vulnerability, right, and start to connect to like, why do I care what this person thinks of me, then I can start to live more authentically, more real, and do really what I want to be doing. So anyway, that threw me off topic, but it's kind of actually really a potent teaching. But I was just saying, you know, finding things to do, and Barefoot doesn't have to be it, or my retreats don't have to be it, because there's so many cool things you can do, and that are offered right now and out there in the world for you to get away from your daily life. Even if it's just you start to say, hey, one day a week I'm going to make sure I get out in nature somewhere like this, and you're going to have quiet walk, meditation, and you're going to try to tune in to the earth vibration, and then witness if it helps you tune in to you, because that's what it does for me, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now in my life, and that's why I'm passionate and excited about it. I have some really cool things in the works for the next 3 years with some really amazing people, and I can't wait to get to a place where we can start to share a little bit about what we're doing. But for now, those are like little teasers that more things are coming on my end, and I hope that more things are coming on your end, and I hope that if you're not there yet and you're trying to figure out how to get there, that you can like get lost a little. So my next retreat, that's going to be a big theme, is like it's going to be like get lost so you can get creative. Okay.